So
merge Zexi and Rasmus Højlund. Turn them into one player. They don't get denied of Jackson.
Wow.
I promise you that.
And of course, it's the Super Sunday, even though it's not really Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Last, we just have to talk about them. When
let's just help them.
We have to talk about them. We can't ignore the fact that these two clubs are two of the most popular clubs in the Premier League. But if you ask me, there's really nothing super about this Sunday.
It's years before.
About 4 years ago.
This game is coming.
This game used to have a lot of implications on the title race, but now it's just relegation hopefuls.
How do you know that it will not have any implication on the title race?
What impact?
It's still early days now. You
can't
say
impact. What impact?
You can't say.
No, what impact?
It's still early days.
Give us what one impact you can have on the title race now.
Do you honestly believe that Arsenal is still going for the league title?
Absolutely.
Where are you placed on the table right now? Are you above Chelsea or below Chelsea?
I'm above you.
With how many points?
That's not the point.
With how many points? You can't say it doesn't have.
I'm above you now.
With
how many points?
With 2 points.
With 2 points. So if I win and for any reason you drop points against
Newcastle
this weekend, that's what I'm saying. You can't say it's still early days. You cannot actually say that it doesn't have any impact on it. I don't think that's true in any sense of the word. That's one. Isn't it we collect for last week? They talk say it's old Kenny. I beg. Let's leave. Leave my club. Leave
that one.
Nothing. Okay, now nothing's are new.
Yes. Bygone is bygone.
Nothing is bygone.
Anyways,
you jump points again this weekend. Baka like how many points clear?
No, they are not playing this weekend. Their game is postponed because of the flood in Valencia.
Yeah.
So that means if Barca wins 7 points, they are losing their grip already.
Wait.
There's
nothing to say. That one entered. There's nothing to say. Let's move on.
Chelsea go come here.
Let's move on. They've not lost for.
Have you ever, for all the drop off we've had in recent years, I don't think there's ever been a game where we held 4 in one half.
Damn.
That's never happened. For all our drop off in recent times.
Damn.
Nice.
That's more than enough. I know you have Madrid and all of that, but first hold. That's one. Hey, Kolade, ask that people talk to me.
Old. So let's move on. Where people that are not used to taking 4 hours can talk. So let's go on. So yes, now none of us here. When last year Arsenal we lost by 4 goals to we didn't score 1. Exactly. So let's move on.
She don't talk anything. She don't.
So let's move on.
I don't nullify his universe. Now you have the next person.
So speaking, you're saying all of that. If I'm a man of fact, and the fact is that Chelsea have won only once against Manchester United in the past 10 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
At that one time, I think that was your 4-3 now. That was your 4-3 last season.
No, the 4-3 was at the bridge.
4-3 was at Stamford Bridge.
That's the only time Chelsea have won against United in their last 10
because United won them at
it's been draws and Man Utd win and all that kind of stuff. But it's not even 10
They've
games.
had more than 6 draws in that game.
Yeah, from 2020 to 2022. It was all draws. 1-1 2 times. No, 0-0 2 times and 1-1 3 times.
I think Old Trafford has been a very difficult place for us to travel to.
I remember that time Rashford scored a free kick was here at Old Trafford to that 4-1.
I think that was Carabao Cup. I can't remember.
No, it was not Carabao Cup.
That was at Old Trafford.
It was Carabao Cup actually.
Yeah, it was the Carabao Cup. It wasn't in the Premier League.
Yeah, it was Carabao Cup. Fair enough.
It was the Carabao Cup. Old Trafford has been a very difficult place for us to go to in like recent years.
Recent years.
No, like recent years
now.
How many
games you won once?
Say it's recent
years?
It's not recent
because you get one time to root for them. You get one time to root for them.
This is going to like 2019. Bro, in like 5 years.
It's recent now. 5 years not recent.
Speaking never enter primary nursery be crèche.
5 years.
You don't the echo again.
No Allah. What you want to talk again? Apart from say I lose 4-0. Finish.
But yeah, Old Trafford has been a very difficult place like in recent years. I'm not going to deny that. But if there's one thing that gives me hope is places where it's been very difficult for us to go to and get results. Say Bournemouth away. Has been a very tough ground for us. This season we managed to go there and get 3 points. Playing at the Molineux has been very difficult for us in recent years when they got results. I feel like away from home this season we've been able to show up and show out. Apart from the game against Liverpool at Anfield, that's really a game where
show up against Farmers.
That's really like it or not. Then Premier League is one league where you cannot say, "Oh, this is going to be easy," because everybody felt like, "Oh, Arsenal have their injury problems," but the way Atta is playing right now, he can go to the Vitality Stadium and he'll be very pragmatic and get the result. It did not pan out like that.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the Premier League. So what I'm saying basically is there's this confidence that, okay, well, we've been kind of solid away from home this season. If we go to, and these guys are undergoing, they don't sack Ten Hag. I don't know if
Did you not see the new manager's bounce?
Are you not scared of the new manager bounce?
The
for
5-2.
second team Leicester, Limau, and the Black Man U fans, they just laugh, say they never scored 5 goals
Yes,
on that
actually, they
Ten
never
Hag.
Yeah,
scored 5.
the last time they did that was for
Trust the
Ole
process.
Gunnar
I
Solskjaer,
trust
first
Van
game,
Nistelrooy.
5.
You trust
I trust Van
because in
Nistelrooy.
a church now, you trust Van
I trust
Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy to do it. I trust him.
But-
Because in
Very
a church now, you
confident.
trust Van
But on a
Nistelrooy.
good note, we could see United having more attacking.
In the same game that he considered 2
No,
against Leicester's beating.
I'm talking about the attack, not the defense.
Okay.
If it's the defense, we saw that they were there for the taking. Even
Yeah.
Leicester had chances to come back in that game.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you look at the way they played, where he brought in, I think that was one of the good games I've seen Bruno Fernandes this season. It was more everywhere, him and Casemiro, because I watched that game first. I just wanted to see how Ruud van Nistelrooy would set his team. And you could see a better precision from Garnacho. I'm not using that for Chelsea
They were
game.
very precise against no be Barnsley when they beat 7 or
Wait,
something.
yeah, exactly.
The same set of players now.
They
But-
scored
but-
7.
It was
but
the
you can't-
entire,
but you can't-
literally
But
the
you
entire
can't put
power of
Barnsley and
Barnsley.
Leicester
It was
together.
not
now.
less. It was Leicester's beating.
My takeaway is for the game against Barnsley, they threw the entire firepower at Barnsley. It was Garnacho, Rashford. People were even saying Rashford is starting to peak form against Barnsley. They came to the league and they fluffed it. Do you understand?
But your Chelsea, you used to still do the same thing. If you see a small team, you still win them.
No, they have
With
to
my
score.
team B.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
by the way,
that's
going to this your team B talk, there's always, I always see Chelsea fans, even easy to, like,
Yeah,
on his
it's
Twitter,
always-
posting, Maresca, you too sabi this one.
Yes,
You
now.
said
wait.
not wrong.
Maresca can do no harm.
Yes, I stand
Maresca
by
this
it.
one.
Unfortunately,
So
our Portugal run don't end.
Nah, treble.
Yes, now
So
treble.
now the key takeaway from the loss to Newcastle, I don't think it's a scandal that they lost to Newcastle. Newcastle are a side that can go head to head with even any Premier League side on their day. Fair enough, they've been beating us now in recent seasons. So I don't think it's a scandal they lost to Newcastle. But for me, what I saw in that game was a stubborn Maresca. Players were not playing well. I don't know why he did not take them off.
Yeah, I had a problem with how that game. First of all, I didn't like the lineup to start with.
What didn't you like
What
about
did
the
you like
lineup?
about
You
the
can't start Palmer every day.
I'm not saying he can't start Palmer.
So
I'm not saying
who
he
do
should
you
start.
want
I'm not
to
saying he should
see?
start Palmer every day. But you see this thing where a lot of makeshifts.
Yeah.
Disasi at right back, Vega, all these.
Why is
all
Vega
these-
playing DM?
All this, apparently, he can play there. My problem now is you are playing against a Newcastle side away from home. St. James Park is a very any club in the world will go there and struggle. That's one. You're now playing Disasi against Anthony Gordon, Disasi at right back, Gisbury Hall the hold right wing, Vega playing in the. So many makes. I didn't even understand what's going on. As a boy, look at playing 4-4-2.
Now you see that
But
it's
do
not
you
easy
think
for
that Ruud
Arteta. It's not easy for Arteta to be doing
Butcher,
makeshift.
Martinez, that's
I'm not. No. I'm not saying it's ever easy for any manager. My problem with the game, what I felt went wrong against Newcastle is, understand that yes, you have a lot of players.
Yeah.
You want to make everybody happy, and you're giving immediately this impression that okay, look, certain players will play in the league.
Yeah.
You get, and then these cup games that are just trying to see how far we can get. Maybe if we get to the semi-final, we can take it seriously. You now start playing other players to give them play time. I get all of that, but this team is very young. They need to win something to start to feel like okay, something is going for them. They need a medal around their neck, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
That's one. And I felt like the rotation was too much. Say we didn't have Caicedo was not on the bench. There was no actual right back. That okay, Disasi is having a bad game. Take him off and put maybe someone like Gusto there. The only back on the bench was Chilwell. And it's as good as having nobody there. That's why I don't rate that guy again.
He's living in
Injuries
January
now.
now. Yeah.
Man, you need him. They can come and he's already look sure they play for hospital. He just can catch Chilwell and be going. That's what I. So I don't know. I felt like he made just one change.
Yeah.
And that was taking off KDH for I think Madueke.
And quick question, I remember saying this earlier in the season, on our show, and Chelsea fans came for me. I said, when Chelsea fans will realize that their best midfield pairing is Caicedo and Lavia when Lavia becomes fit. And they say, that unfortunately, Enzo Fernandez is good, but he's a luxury player. Because there's nothing you can create in terms of passing range, everything that Palmer is not already doing on that pitch.
Let's hear from him.
I agree with you, and I don't agree with you at the same time. I've seen the pairing of Lavia and Caicedo. You get, and I like it when we're playing teams who, how do I put it now? It's end to end. Like say the game at Anfield now, where you attack me, I beat him. I would want to attack you as well. You get so. The plan now is break up your own play as high enough as I can, cause those turnovers very high, and then make my chances from there.
Yeah.
If you watch the Palmer goal against Newcastle, that's exactly how it happened. I think they played the ball into Isak. He couldn't turn. Lavia picked up the ball, gave it to Palmer. We've scored. But against teams that want to sit back and defend, I don't think the Lavia Caicedo. I think they both serve. Like they serve for different purposes. There are games where yes, Lavia Caicedo is the perfect pairing
for Fernandes.
I'm not getting an excuse. I'm saying what he brings like to this Chelsea team when he plays against all these teams that say want to sit back and defend, and we have a lot of the ball. You get calling plays, especially when you play him deep. I don't like when he wants to turn him into prime Lampard. He cannot do. He doesn't have the lungs for it. I'm sorry. As expensive as he is, he cannot be that type of player for you. When he's a lot deeper and Caicedo is playing that, say, box to box, I feel like that's how he works.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to make me believe that they cannot play together because I've seen these guys play together and we've won games with it. The Lavia Caicedo thing is looking like it's a better pairing because of, the run of games we're having now. But there are games where I feel like Enzo is the better fit. Say games where, look at the Bournemouth game when he was not available. We couldn't progress the ball without him. You may not see those little things that he does. For the amount of money he costs, yes, you want more from him. You want him to start getting assists because of the way the game is played today. You can't take that away from everybody. But then what he brings when he plays, you can't. I don't think you can deny it.
All this shall just get yourself a midfielder that can do both.
No, but sometimes
how many
Declan Rice can do it all, brother.
Declan Rice can do it.
I don't think
Declan Rice can do it. Not like he's perfect, but he can give you at least a good percentage of both.
He can give you a good percentage of both. Last season when your form dipped towards Christmas. Arsenal fans.
We did what?
When your form dipped towards Christmas last season, Arsenal fans came out and said the reason why you're having these struggles is because Declan Rice is not a first phase DM. Like he can't help you build up in the first phase, and that was why I had to shift him to the number 8 role and play proper 6 in between himself and Odegaard. So you can if Rice can give you as good as he gives you both sides of the spectrum, it wouldn't happen.
No, it's not as good on both sides, but he's closer. He's closer than most when it comes to both sides. He's closer than most.
As an Arsenal fan, you would want to
believe
that.
And I would give you. He's closer than most. I'll ask you a simple question for instance now. After Saka this season, who has the most assists in the Premier League?
I don't know. I don't care if that.
Declan Rice.
For Arsenal,
for the Premier League, it's Declan Rice.
From corner now.
It doesn't matter. He's giving you something. He's giving you something. Which one is now corner?
You are saying people that cooked Missing Mount when he gets start padding assists by playing corners. And they were saying he doesn't get it.
When last did you see Missing Mount play? When last did you enjoy Missing Mount?
That one is 1 point. He's not my Chelsea player. That one is for my fans to battle with. It's not my problem. My point is, people kept saying he was start padding assists from set piece, that he wasn't creating from open play. Do you understand? Now, you can't make that argument for Mount and then now say Rice is giving it to us because it's Declan Rice. No,
what?
If you stand for this today, stand for it tomorrow. Don't shift the goalpost.
Anyway,
that's
the game we're talking about now. So where would the pendulum swing? This time you're coming to see, that's Old Trafford. Do you think you can get a victory? It's interim, rude.
I feel like right now we're the better team. Okay. And I would want to believe that we should go there and get the result. Anything less than a win is, I don't know. It wouldn't cut it for me.
Can you give us like combined XI? Chelsea United. Right now, based on current form, not overall abilities, or based on current form. Yeah. Just give us like combined XI. United, starting from the goalkeeper.
I feel like the goalkeeper is Onana. And that's the Man player that makes it to the list.
Wait, let me try and defend. Let me try and defend.
Are you serious?
Wait, I promise you can't defend it. I promise. That's what I'm saying. Before you start, I'll make a promise that you can't defend. You can't defend Man.
And I'm going to try and do that. So you are saying only Onana. So I'm going to.
So let's move to the right back first.
Yeah.
Who is starting there? Who is getting ahead of Reece James?
Okay, right now only because Mazuri is out.
Mazraoui is back.
He's back.
He played.
He's back. He does. I promise you.
Played.
I promise you.
He starts
Mazraoui
ahead
has had
of.
a
He starts
good
ahead
game.
of his
I
James.
promise you a liar.
He starts ahead
I
of.
promise you a
He
liar.
starts ahead of City
I
man.
promise you
Mazraoui
He
that.
starts ahead of
even
his
at
You
the
James.
said
10 that
current.
he played.
Wait. You said
Current form. He
You
starts
said
ahead of his
form.
James.
current form.
He
Yes,
starts ahead of
Mazraoui
his
is
James.
What exactly have you seen from
He
Mazraoui
starts
this
ahead
season?
of
No,
his James.
now.
I promise you.
can't
He starts
start
ahead of
this
I
his
season.
promise
bro.
you. I promise you. James showing against Newcastle is better than anything Mazraoui has played for Man U this season.
No.
I
That's not
promise
No,
you
that's
that.
not true.
Let me even tell you.
What's
Let
not
me tell you
true?
when Man U
That's
get
not
to
He
again.
doesn't-
Which
wait.
of your centre backs are you bringing to the table? That your woeful defense. Which of your CBs are you bringing to the table here?
Levi Colwill and Fofana is my centre
He's
back
better than
partner.
Martinez.
Which man? Martinez is a makeshift left back now.
He's just in
No,
that game
do
now.
you can't see
It's
these
rude
two
that
guys-
use him as
you
left
can't-
back.
These two guys
It's
you
rude that use him
mentioned,
as left
Maguire
back.
shits on them any day.
This season,
Harry Maguire shits on them any day.
you are reaching now.
I'm not even
Understand
reaching.
that you're
I'm
desperate.
not even trying
Understand
to.
that you're desperate.
I don't even like
You are
United.
desperate to defend United.
I'm not even trying to
But I
defend
promise
them.
you that you're just.
I'm not even
you're
trying
reaching
to.
too far.
I'm not even trying to.
Maguire.
I'm not even trying to reach
Ma-
too far. I'm not even trying to.
Did you
reach
see?
too far.
Wait. Did you see this thing? There was this list that dropped from. I think it was Squawker, or one of those data analysis football these things. One of the, when it comes to like tackles, possession of the ball, like all round centre back play this season.
Yeah.
The Liverpool is like top 3 in the league. Oh. I think it's even number 1 safe,
For
or
what?
maybe second behind Van Dijk.
For doing
You
what?
can't say Maguire shits on Kobe. Are you
Number one.
this
Number
season?
one.
What
No,
is
for
Saliba
what
doing?
start? Let me hear. What's the start?
I can't recall what the
They
start
can't.
is
It's
now.
a
Until-
needless
But
start.
I feel like
It's
it's
a
not-
pointless. It's a
it's not-
pointless
it's not
start.
pointless.
As far as Saliba is not
It's
there,
not-
it's a pointless
Saliba
start.
Saliba is there. That's what I'm telling you.
No, you said
Maybe
top. You said top
it's
3
a
or top
pointless
2.
start.
You cannot
It's a
be
pointless
top
start.
2. You can't
But
be
wait,
top
let's.
two.
Where can't we top 2?
Wait, Rashford to start now. Rashford to start now.
Ahead of who?
Rashford to start.
Ahead of who?
Who is playing
wait,
your left?
if-
It's
Ahead
not
of who?
Pedro Neto.
Ahead of
I
who?
It's not
think
Pedro Neto.
Casemiro
Rashford,
will not
wait,
start.
It's not
First,
Pedro
wait,
Neto.
let-
Do you know
Casemiro
Rashford
will
has
not
scored
start.
balls against you how
Let
many
me
times?
tell you why. You didn't say all
Yes,
round.
now Rashford
You said
starts.
current form.
Current
I
form.
think
You
Casemiro
said-
will not start.
Which
For who?
Casemiro now?
Who
Which
would he bench?
Casemiro? Yeah, now. Let's
Now
talk
let me
about
tell you.
football.
Let me
That was man of
tell
the
you
match.
something.
Rashford starts.
Rashford now in Man U can't snatch Garnacho's chain at the left wing. They are moving him out of position to accommodate him on the right.
Yeah.
Now my question to you now is, which of Chelsea's current right wingers would Rashford start ahead of?
Ooh,
Current form.
current form.
Current form. Who does start ahead of?
Okay, it doesn't start ahead of Madueke based on current form.
Current form doesn't start ahead of Neto.
Yeah, both Neto.
Neto.
He
No,
doesn't.
Neto has been better than
He
him this
doesn't.
season.
And this season, you can't say Garnacho is better than Sancho right now. Sancho has not played.
Garnacho is
No, but
better
Garnacho is better than
He's better
Sancho.
than Sancho.
He's better than Sancho. If he's
Right
that
now.
one.
If it's Madueke,
He's
fine.
right
clear.
now.
No,
He's better than
right
he's better than
now.
Right now.
Sancho. He's better than
Yes.
Sancho.
No, you.
Yeah, I
He's
say
better-
you're
no,
reaching.
I'm not
He's
trying
not,
to.
no.
I'm
I
not
said
trying
you're
to.
reaching.
I'm
No,
not
it's
trying
not
to.
that.
You're reaching.
I'm being very objective
For
here.
this season,
If it's
Garnacho is better
Madueke,
than
I give you
Sancho.
clear.
They are reaching.
Madueke is one of the
He's
top
better.
right wingers this
The only
season.
argument,
But Garnacho, Sancho,
the only
no.
argument you can
No.
make. I can hear the Garnacho argument.
No, I
And
can't
promise
agree to
that's
that
the only
one.
one you win.
I can't listen to
The Garnacho
that.
argument is the only one you
So Fernandez will not
Fernandez
start.
will
I don't
start.
know. I don't know now.
Wait, that's true. If he's going to play, he can't play ahead of
Yeah,
Palmer.
he can. Yeah.
He
No,
can't play
Palmer
ahead
will
of
start.
Palmer.
Palmer starts
I don't
ahead of
know.
him.
There's nobody that plays one positions right now in the Premier League that gets into my team ahead of him. In the entire Premier League, there's nobody that plays his position that gets in ahead of him.
No, fair one. Palmer has been fantastic. So
Merge Zexi and Rasmus Højlund. Turn them into one player. They don't get in ahead of Jackson.
Ah,
I promise you that. I
Yeah.
promise
No,
you
based on
that.
form, even
6 goals and 3
has-
assists.
Højlund has
They don't get
chance
in.
there.
this is on Ten Hag, man.
They don't
Ten
get
Hag
in.
Ten
I
Hag
don't care who's on.
He has committed a
I
lot
don't-
for
I don't
Chelsea
care
fans
who's
to
on.
be saying
That
They
this.
don't get
we had
in.
to fight
This
for
is-
Garnacho
this
to
is-
enter
this is-
that
this
list,
is
but no,
terrible.
please,
They
Garnacho
don't
comes-
get in. They
But
don't get
but
in.
anyway, it's fair enough. Just to wrap it up, give us your predictions for this game. United, Chelsea.
A Chelsea win. Because that's the thing I see. Any other thing is, I don't know, it's a joke.
Zini, are you on the
I
same
say a
page?
2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
Isn't just a big devil's advocate.
It's not devil's advocate. These two
If you
teams
want
they
to-
cannot
if you want-
defend to save their life. And if there's anything we know is that look at United, they have a Rude. Rude as interim, you know his tenure is sort of very short. He would also want to make a statement. I will know what he
Yeah.
has to do with new manager bounce for most.
You can
people,
want
so
to
he
talk and
comes
they
in.
slap your mouth shut. Though.
It's nothing like that.
Okay. No,
Nothing
I
like
I think
that.
Chelsea, I
We'll
think
see.
Chelsea win 2-1.
2-1.
see.
I think
2-1.
I'm going for 2-2.
We'll see.
Anyways, so that's our preview for United taking on Chelsea. And what we do know is that after the international break, United are going to be getting a breath of fresh air. Ruben Amorim is going to be coming in, and you know what I will tell you is after United, United, yeah, who are you playing?
I'm playing you guys now.
Don't worry, I'm behind
No,
you.
I'll see you in a bit. It's not. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, I'll see you in a bit. No problem. No problem.
You see the way you're doing this, thank you, Jesus.
No,
We
leave
are waiting.
Kolade. Leave Kolade.
At least God will just give me free turkey before international break.
No,
Free fish to chow.
All right.
Oh
All
my
right.
Lord, thank you, Lord. I start believing
No
God.
problem.
Anyways, yeah, that's all we have for you in our Manchester United versus Chelsea preview. We are looking at a game where Chelsea are expected to win, and myself and Izu both think Chelsea will win. Why, Ezine, as usual, she's sitting on the fence.
It's
and
not a fence. These two teams
She
cannot
play devil's
defend to
advocate.
Yeah,
save
no,
their
we're
life.
not.
They cannot.
I'm not surprised that you called 2 + 2 is 4. You held 4 last week.
Actually, Sha,
So I'm not surprised
that makes a world of sense.
Exactly. I'm not
That
surprised
makes a
that
world of
everything
sense.
around you is revolving around 4.
All things are passed away.
Nothing
So
has
I'm not
away.
surprised. But
All
anyways,
things are new.
give us your thoughts in the comment section below. United versus Chelsea. Old Trafford has not been a good hunting ground for the Blues in recent years, but I think this time around they have the better momentum, and I think they are primed to get a win this time around. But of course, football is not done, it's not won by analysis, it's won on the pitch, and we would like to see how that game ends at Old Trafford on Sunday. Join the conversation on all our social media handles and tell us what you think about this game. And of course, do you agree with Izu that only Andre Onana would make a combined exile in United versus Chelsea? That was a very, very bold, but I think it might actually be a true statement.
Not true.
See you next time.